In the dispute over cheap grain and other agricultural products from Ukraine, 5 Eastern EU states will receive 100 million euros in aid from agricultural funds from the European Union. Specifically, Bulgaria, Poland, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia should benefit. That is what a spokeswoman for the EU Commission confirmed on Monday. The background to this are complaints about market distortion caused by a sharp rise in agricultural exports from Ukraine. Because of the war, the Eastern European country is having difficulties bringing goods to the world market via the Black Sea. To help Ukraine, the EU had rushed to expand trade routes to the European Union, such as by train. In April, however, Poland and Hungary, among others, imposed import bans on grain and other agricultural products that were coming from Ukraine. The government in Warsaw was also reacting to protests from farmers who felt pressured by the imports. The EU Commission then decided to introduce uniform restrictions on trade in Ukrainian agricultural products for 5 Eastern EU states. And earlier this month, the measures for Bulgaria, Poland, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia were extended. Wheat, corn, rapeseed, and sunflower seeds from the Ukraine may no longer be freely traded there until September 15th. At the end of March, 56 million aid for Polish, Romanian, Bulgarian farmers had already been decided. A third package for the remaining 22 EU countries is currently being worked on. That was also confirmed by the spokeswoman for the EU Commission on Monday. On the one hand, this is intended to cushion the effects of Russia's war against Ukraine on farmers. On the other hand, the aid could be used to counteract the consequences of weather events such as drought and flooding, it said. 330 million euros are earmarked for this, and of which almost 36 million euros are going to my home country, Germany, and the money will go directly to farmers. The German Federal Agriculture Minister Cem Özdemir criticized the fact that the EU Commission only sent out a page-long document on the morning of the decision, which was then to be commented on. And he didn't really like that. The EU is also expecting further power struggles and continued political instability in the country after the mercenary uprising in Russia. At a meeting of foreign ministers in Luxembourg on Monday, a number of participants made it clear that they consider the situation in Moscow to be unpredictable, even after the withdrawal of Yevgeny Prigozhin's Wagner Group. In addition, there were warnings against assessing the domestic political pressure on Russian President Vladimir Putin as positive. One horror scenario is that Putin could be tempted to use nuclear weapons for military success in the war of aggression against Ukraine. The German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said in Luxembourg that it was still unclear what was currently happening in Russia. The Green politician emphasized that she considers the events to be ongoing. I mean, now Prigozhin is in Belarus, but who knows what's going on? According to her, little is known about the fate of the various actors, and the events of the weekend were obviously just one act in this Russian drama, as she put it. The EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell and other ministers made similar statements. Borrell said the monster that Putin created with the Wagner Group is now biting him and going against his creator. The political system is showing its fragility and the military power is showing cracks, he said. Commenting on the events of the weekend, the Austrian Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg said that people watched in disbelief as a megalomaniac mercenary leader sets his troop in motion and makes it within 200 kilometers of Moscow. After all, the largest nuclear power and a permanent member of the Security Council. There are now cracks in the Russian framework, and it's proving to be an illusion that Putin could instigate a brutal war of aggression in the neighborhood without affecting his own power structure and society. The mask has been torn off a bit, so to speak. But could the weekend's events be the beginning of the end for Putin? Finnish Foreign Minister Elina Valtonen gave a clear answer to a journalist's question on Monday. Of course, in any authoritarian state, everything seems very stable until one day nothing is stable anymore. I assume that Russia will continue to act like this. And to be honest, I don't know what's really happening there and what's happening behind closed doors, what was behind this Wagner move. All we know is that Prigozhin is now in Belarus and many from Wagner are in Belarus. And I will have to talk about that tomorrow again because there are some unpredictable developments as well. And if you want to know something about the rest of the world right now, the next video is right in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.